Alright, so this is Matt Doommaster again, and I'm going to do a quick run through of the tutorial section of DC Universe Online. This is with Green Bean, which is the character similar to the character that I made during the character creation video, but not quite the same.
The hack worked. I'm in and you're awake and free.
So.
Okay, I'm Oracle, and we are going to get you off this ship. Look for a doorway out.
I've already done the tutorial twice, so I pretty well know what's going on. This guy uses rifles.
They broke my hack. The ship knows you're free. Watch out.
Right. So he uses rifles.
Get ready.
Oh.
My readings show forces gathering.
Ranged character. He also uses gadgets, so that means he's a controller character. His thing is going to be crowd controlling. We probably aren't really going to see much of that because as of right now he's level 1. He doesn't have any abilities. He just has a rifle, and he's going to have to make do with that for the time being. He'll get a few other gadgets because I think you get up to level 3 at the end of the tutorial, but that's not really enough to give. That'll only give you 1 power and 1 weapon ability. So there's not too much to see there.
I will patrol towards the prisoner bay.
Alright. So let's take this guy out. Big bad guy. He's going to do a charge attack, so I'm going to have to block him. Does a little bit of damage when you block him, but not a whole lot. If you don't block him, it knocks you over and you take like 30 points of damage. It's the tutorial, so of course you're never really in big danger of dying.
Overseer. Let's get you out of their patrol range. Look for a transport tube above you. They crisscross the ship. Use that to keep moving.
This guy has an acrobatics movement, so he climbs up walls rather than flying or anything like that. So we got the opportunity to pick a power, and you can choose from traps, or we go back and choose tricks. Now I'm not too familiar on what each one does. I think that traps or tricks are a little bit more oriented towards actual control, and traps are oriented towards power regeneration, which is apparently very important in groups. But that's just what I've heard. I don't know that for sure. I am going to take traps because if that's the case, that's what I want this character to be more. Definitely very group oriented.
Search the vessel.
Take out that box. We're going to get a few things here that we can add in our inventory and change the appearance of our character. So, you can, at any time, change back to an appearance you've already collected, but I'm not going to bother with that right now. I'm just going to leave.
You have to keep moving.
I'm just going to leave what I have on him for the time being.
Get ready.
There'll be a bunch of enemies up here.
Security your way.
That's pretty nifty. Taser pull. Hadn't used that before. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. Seems to do a fair amount of damage.
Motion detected in the hallways.
Took him out. Alright.
There's a high
A
security
few more guys
nexus
to take
up
out
ahead.
here.
Get through and use the transport tube.
Yeah, man, that little taser pull thing does a lot of damage. I'm just kind of surprised. Kind of jealous because I have another character and he has a low level of power that is just nowhere near as good as that. So, and we're gonna go flying down here. Nope, that doesn't kill you. No need to worry. You're a superhero. You can survive just about any, fall from just about any height. So we're gonna hack these controls, dump some explosive materials on these robots.
All units move into position.
There's no actual
Contain the human.
explosions until the robots explode. Sort of odd, but not complaining. There's a whole bunch of guys I have to fight now. This is probably one of the... I'd say this is the only area that can actually get a little bit hard. Just because there's so many guys here. But it shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Delivering shipment of ordnance.
Yeah, look how much damage that does. Jeez. I'll tell you what.
Get ready. The ship is sending more security your way.
Things I had before was not doing that much damage. Not by a long shot. Now I'm locked on to the wrong thing. So the locking on can be a little bit funky sometimes, and you know, it's very console. So that's sort of a disadvantage of the game. But in general, it doesn't get in the way too much. What we're going to see now is another thing that you can add skills to. So I'm using the rifle, and you get skill points. So these different abilities do different things. Like this is a block breaker that if someone's trying to block you, a character, or a non-player character or a player character, you can do this to break it. This is an interrupt. So it interrupts various attacks. So I'm going to go with this block breaker. Just because it fires a grenade, and yeah, grenades are awesome. So let's go with that. Yes, I want a grenade launcher. So now we have that little extra ability. And we need to get the heck out of here. So onward.
Oh. Uh-oh. These energy readings. Brainiac has a full invasion force stored on this ship. We have
What
to
a
destroy it.
surprise!
Warning. Human activity detected nearby.
Oh, look at that. Yes, grenade launcher. Oh, I'm stunned. Yes, there we go. Okay. So I'm a little bit confused because it appears to be only doing grenade launcher now. It's a little bit weird. I guess I need to hold it down to do a regular attack now.
Destroy the escapee immediately.
Because I'm fine with that, though, because it means I can auto attack, so... Okay. Whoa there! Getting a little overzealous with the grenade launcher.
What are you doing here?
Oh, he's gonna attack me with See, when you get that little skull over their head, it means you need the block. Because otherwise they're going to stun you or do a lot of damage, something like that.
Destroy it, and the ship's external defense network will go down. Then the League can get in and get you out of there.
He's going to do a charge attack. But it looks like he's going to fail because he got blocked by the terrain. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the grenade launcher. This thing's pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie. Did you see that? 104 damage. Yeah.
Do not let the prisoner reach the prime weapon control room. Damage to the power couplings will destabilize the ship.
Do not be foolish, human. You cannot stop the conversion.
You like that voice acting? That's really great voice acting. You gotta
In the
say.
Nexus, destroy anything connecting the gun to the ship.
So I'm just gonna walk around here and destroy these cut things.
Approaching the gun chamber. I have Superman standing by to teleport in the minute it's out and the shields drop.
I have no idea why the grenade shot behind me. Like I said, sometimes the whole thing can be a little bit funky. Ah, yes.
50%. Stop the prisoner.
These guys are getting all over me.
Uncoupling methods. Do not fail again.
Take out this last coupling, and something great will happen.
Yes, the gun is falling. It's smashing into Brainiac's bottle below.
Isn't that special? That's great. Yes, this guy. There's the grenade behind me again. He's gonna hit me with something there. Okay, there we go. Energy pulse. Got a block. They don't always give you these big warnings.
No, this one has failed.
Yes, he has.
Powering down.
Superman, get ready. I'm bringing you in.
Foolish human. You have doomed yourself. You will go down. with
Now I
this
have a
ship.
cape. Doesn't really fit my character very well, but I'll deal with that later.
Think again, Brainiac. You can't take out the both of us. We're not leaving until we shut this shit down.
I really think the voice acting of the main characters is not bad. I mean, Brainiac's sort of dull, but I think that's sort of supposed to be the point. Superman, the Joker is actually, it's Mark Hamill, so it's the same guy that does it in the animated series and in Arkham Asylum. So there's been some pretty good voice acting overall. I also had another character with Wonder Woman as a mentor, and that was some really good voice acting from her. So overall, really surprising for, well, for an MMO that have any voice acting at all, of course, because a lot of them really don't. Of course, World of Warcraft is pretty much never has any voice acting except in a very select number of cutscenes, so...
Harvester ship VII-O has been compromised. Deploy my remaining forces to Earth. The ship has been compromised. All units must evacuate.
Yeah, Superman tears things up pretty good. If you're a villain, Lex Luthor is the fellow that shows up when you're at this point of the tutorial. And you also have a different person guiding you through it. As a hero, it's Oracle. I think as the villains, it's Calculator.
Nice work. Brainiac wasn't counting on you breaking free and disabling his ship. Now use the teleporter and get yourself back to the city. We've got work to do.
Yes, it's done.
It's pretty much
Superman
long and
will
short of
finish
it.
Here. Use the teleporters to escape. Go!
Gonna get a quick cutscene here.
Our every tactic failed. Brainiac came to Earth to destroy it. And he was winning. Then, a dying version of Earth's greatest villain brought us a weapon from the future, stolen from Brainiac himself. New heroes to withstand Brainiac. And new villains to exploit the madness. I will train these heroes to fight the sick chaos of the Joker and the evils that face us all. I am Batman, and the battle has only begun.
He is Batman. So that's the whole tutorial section. Pretty much. There's a few other things as you get on the ground. But one thing I just want to note before ending the video is that the cutscene that you saw is going to change depending on who you select for your mentor. You can, as a hero, you can choose Batman, Superman, or Wonder Woman. As a villain, you can choose Lex Luthor, the Joker, and I don't remember who the third one is. But there is a third mentor, and you get different cutscenes, you get different quests depending on who you choose for a mentor. So you actually do want to think about that and who you think would be the coolest person to have you guiding around the game. But that's it. I will upload more videos of this character and with other characters I have, not necessarily all with commentary, but just gameplay videos as I quest around the world here.